Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here to definitely just scratch the surface of Shakespeare's King Lear. I am reading this for Shaketember, which is a month-long celebration of all things Shakespeare, and it nicely ties into Shorty September. The play itself is less than 250 pages, and I did watch a film adaptation of King Lear. So these are my half and half shorts, I think is what the prompt is. But before I get into King Lear, and I'm not going to spoil anything, this is a video that I'm making kind of to push myself a little bit. There's been some discussion on Booktube lately about people feeling pressure and people feeling, oh, this weight of that, and it's all... Nobody is pressuring me to make a video about King Lear. I just want to do it because talking about Shakespeare on Booktube is really scary for me, and so it's good for me. It's good, it's a positive thing, like for me to kind of push myself outside of my comfort zones and talk to you about something that I am by no means an expert or even close to that. I have not read all of Shakespeare's plays. I really only started reading Shakespeare when I joined Booktube, so it's really only been the last 4 years that I've been reading Shakespeare. And even though King Lear is not one of the plays that the moderators are discussing this month for Shaketember, I just really felt like it was time. It was time for me to read this. And then the other thing that happened was a comment that Jordan Parsons made to me that not only was King Lear his favorite Shakespeare play, but also that he felt like reading this play changed his life. So those comments definitely get my attention, and so I've been wrestling with King Lear this September. Another person on Booktube has been reading King Lear is Nathan. Nathan sadly doesn't have a channel, but he and I have had some conversations in the comment section about King Lear, which has been really fun. And Nathan thinks that this should not be anyone's introduction to Shakespeare, which I would probably agree with, although some people, it just might be the right thing at the right moment. I don't know. Nathan also thinks that King Lear should come with some kind of warning label. And I might agree with that too. It is a heavy play with so many ideas. This is by no means any kind of deep dive into King Lear. Like I said, we're just touching the very tip of an iceberg. I'm sure there is so much more in this play that I missed. But what I did get was a really, really sad story with some funny moments and some really moving, heartfelt, emotionally powerful moments as well. Shakespeare, I think, rarely fits inside some kind of box. We do have like tragedies and comedies and I think there's like the late romances or something like that, the problem plays. He doesn't really easily fit into the boxes that we try to put Shakespeare in. This story... There's kind of two stories going on in King Lear. We start off with the Earl of Gloucester, who's talking to Kent. I can't remember what Kent's title is, but he's a member of King Lear's court as well. And off to the side is Gloucester's illegitimate son, Edmund. And he is frequently referred to as the bastard. Gloucester also has a legitimate son, Edgar, who is not in the scene, but right from the get-go, I'm wondering if Edmund is a bastard because of how he's been treated all of his life, or, you know, maybe he's just naturally of that temperament. I certainly don't think that the way he's treated is very kind, or at least the glimmer that we get from Gloucester to his illegitimate son is very kind, but nonetheless, so that does play a part in the story. But the main thing, and this happens very early, the first couple of scenes of the play, is that King Lear is getting old, and he decides he wants to divide up his kingdom. And the way he's going to decide how he divides the kingdom is by asking his 3 daughters in front of the entire court to tell him how much they love him. So there's a part of me that really wants like a prequel to King Lear, because 2 of his daughters are manipulative, liars, they're cruel, angry people. I don't know what they were like as children, but they seem so different from the 3rd daughter. So of course, you know, when King Lear asks for people to tell him how much they love him, which is really, I think, a quite vain and selfish thing to do. 2 of the sisters, 2 of the three daughters are very able to kind of spin words and express, you know, of course they love their father so much, you know, it's just beyond words even. And the 3rd daughter, who really does love him, says, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not going to fall trap into this. Like her love is more about the actions that she takes, probably before the play, certainly during the play. She is one of a few characters who show compassion to King Lear, even though he's made this terrible decision to you know, to divide his kingdom up this way, and he still seems to want very much to have the rights of a king. He has this whole crew of knights that he wants to keep with him, and of course they're rioting around people's castles, and it's kind of a mess. I don't know why. I'm not sure. That was interesting, but anyway. So the daughter that really loves him, and one of his members of court who also really cares for him, they are banished. Because, you know, Lear, in the heat of the moment, he's so probably embarrassed that one of his daughters can't express her love for him, and, you know, having somebody else challenge the decisions that he's about to make. And so he banishes them from the court. And really that is the moment that sets all of the chess pieces, if you will, on the board in motion and sets the rest of the story. Again, there are a lot of themes in King Lear. Themes of aging, themes of vision. What kind of futures do people see for themselves? What are they planning to do with their lives? Who are they going to spend their lives with? Those kinds of things. There's more, but there's also a fool character who is sometimes saying the wisest things, and then there are people who are behaving like fools, right? So that is an interesting dichotomy as well. It's very much a topsy-turvy kind of world that we live in with King Lear. There is a character who is pretending that he's gone mad, and there's another character who goes mad, who loses his mind in the course of the play. And again, sometimes when people are pretending to be to have lost their mind or have actually lost their mind, they finally are able to tell the truth, to see things for what they are. They realize some of their mistakes and some of the things they were led to believe or manipulated by. Truthfully, by the time I was done reading King Lear, I felt like I was walking off a battlefield. It is a very dark and violent play. And it was very weighty for me for some reason. I'm not sure why, but reading this was a different experience from the 2 times that I've read Hamlet. And it could have something to do with the edition. These Arden Shakespeare editions have so many notes that can really, at least for me, really slowed me down at times. If you've read King Lear, I would love to know what you think of this. I know so many of you out there are really big fans of this play, so I'd like to hear your thoughts as well, and the themes that really resonate for you within it. I will read King Lear again. I don't know when, but I know it will be a different experience, and I will see more things than I did this time. So thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I look forward to having a discussion with you in the comment section down below. All right, Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.